Hi Leo, welcome back. So Leo, this is going to be a reading for mid-October, just a quick check-in to see how things are going. And we're going to go ahead and get started. If you're new to me, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. Also check out my Instagram, Facebook, and my other YouTube page, all linked down below. All right, so let's get started. Overall energy for you, Leo, is the energy of the doula, which is Cancerian type of energy. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart somewhere, in your birth chart, or dealing with the sign of Cancer during this time frame. For others of you, like I said, it's just kind of the energy that will be influencing you. So let's talk about that then. The Cancerian energy is all about feelings, you know, sympathy, comfort, nostalgia. It's also a very protective vibe, but yet a really soft vibe, you know. It talks about using your intuition. It talks about being more open to receiving love and emotions and giving love and emotions. On the negative side, and any energy can go into the positive or negative, that part's totally up to you. I can talk about being a little bit defensive, wanting to be more introverted, you know, being a little bit moody. So watch that over the next 2 weeks, as that may be something that you're just needing to be mindful of, Leo. So yeah, let's go a little bit further into it. So next energy out is the card of Cancer. Interesting. Some of you are definitely dealing with the Cancer or have that in your birth chart. Might be your moon or rising. For the rest of you, this is just another emphasis on the fact that that energy is available to you during this time frame. So, you know, again, this is tapping into your more emotional side, Leo, wanting to drive things forward, wanting to move things forward. On a very practical note, some of you might literally be traveling during this time period. And then you have the wheel here. So this talks about karma, fate, destiny, you know, wanting to feel like you're in the flow. And I feel like, Leo, if you've been feeling resistant or a little bit like in your moods, you know, a little emo, you're wanting to kind of move forward from that, move on from that. Yeah, going into the Ace of Swords. So gaining some clarity here. Also kind of like I felt earlier, you know, moving into more of a logical frame of mind, moving it more into like a business-oriented type of mind, and needing to keep it on the up and up here, okay? There is a caution here, Leo. Seven of Swords just came out. That be careful, you know, either you or someone surrounding you is being on the up and up, because I do feel like there is a covering up here. So it's like this, Leo. Some of you don't want someone else to know what you're truly thinking about, okay? Like you might be very emotional or in your feelings, but either you don't want other people to know that, like you want them to see you as very logical, like you're moving on, like you're moving forward, but deep down inside you might be very emotional. And or, you know, it's like having, you know, not ready to express what you're thinking just yet because you don't feel the timing is right. Okay. So, yeah. Let me tell you this, Leo. If anyone is being deceitful, that truth is going to be coming out during this time frame, whether that's you or someone else. And karma decides that it's so. So try as you might or they might to cover anything up, it will surface in a big way. because it needs to surface so that things can change. So if you've been trying to keep something to yourself, trying to keep your thoughts to yourself, trying to keep your emotions to yourself, or you got some information here that you're hiding, I think like karma's here to say that, you know, the timing is now to tell the truth or to speak up. And if you choose not to do it, then the situation will arrange itself so that it ends up coming out anyways. So always nice to be in control when we have the ability to, but sometimes if we refuse to push forward or we refuse to speak when we need to, you know, life has a way of forcing that change, you know. So universe, God, spirit will only let you avoid something you absolutely must do or change for a certain period of time before it's like, okay, I'm going to change it for you. You know what I'm saying? And some of you are going through that currently, or that process will start during this time period, you know, where it's like things are definitely going to be happening for a reason during this time frame. And it might make you quite emotional. Quite emotional. But I feel like also the message I'm getting is the way that you need to react to this situation is to be emotionally mature about it. To be sympathetic or empathetic towards whatever you're dealing with or whoever you're dealing with. Not to get overly defensive. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I feel like some of you might get caught into over oh my gosh. Sorry if that scared you. It scared me. My entire table just collapsed. So, what I was getting ready to say, and then I'm going to pause it for a second, is some of you are over fantasizing the past. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Wow, that was unexpected. And so while I was cleaning that up, and FYI, in case you're wondering why I don't just redo the video, I never redo my videos. Whatever happens, happens. I don't care how many bloopers there are in it. The energy has to be genuine. And that was genuine. But as I was picking up the cards, I feel like some of you have had things fall apart on you in the past or currently. And, you know, it's like a needing to understand the why. And this is really similar to Aquarius's reading. Some of you might be dealing with an Aquarius, not all of you. But I feel like Leo, it's at this point where, you know, you're ready to move forward and get that clarity over the situation or get your shit together or move past it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to gather up the pieces. Stop reminiscing over the past. Stop getting stuck in the past. Stop, you know. What's done is done and it's time to move forward. And I feel like that's your mindset. You know, that's your mindset during this time period is like knowing that you need to do that. Some of you are having a really, really hard time doing that or a really hard time letting go. And I feel like if that's the case, if you haven't done it yet, then during this time period, you know, universe is going to step in the way it did with my table and say, there you go, we changed it for you. Like it or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, change is here. And then I had a song come into my head as well when I was picking things up, and it was Lightning Crashes. I think it's Collective Soul. Lightning crashes, a new mother cries. Her placenta falls to the floor. If you don't know that song, you're like, what is this girl singing? It's a really deep song about rebirth. You know what I'm saying? So check that song out. The angel opens her eyes. The confusion sets in. Beautiful song. Lightning crashes. Can't control lightning, can you? And you never know when it's going to strike, right? So I feel that message here. Okay? I feel that message here, Leo. So I wanted to get some clarity on what the Seven of Swords is about, because there is a cover up here. And yeah. So I feel like some of you, it's like, there's a few different ways I can read this, and I don't mean to pause, but I'm getting a bunch of different messages. This is a really intense reading, okay? My nose is itching, the table's falling, you know. I feel discombobulated, okay? So I kind of feel that's what the energy is going to be. So the Seven of Swords, I wanted to know what is being covered up here. And you have the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is your energy. I'm only asking for your energy. So I feel like some of you, you know, are looking to prosper elsewhere. You know, you're putting your focus on building finances up and wanting to be more stable, wanting to be more in a place where you have more independence, where you can be yourself more, because maybe you want to be, you know, think about that. In order to be independent, we must have our basic needs met first. And then if we have obligations, those need to be met second. And then if there's some left over, whether that's money, time, or energy, that's when we get to be independent, right? And that's what you're searching for. Now, why would you be keeping that quiet? Why would you be keeping that quiet? You know, some of you, it's just quite simply, some of you are thinking about leaving your employer and not talking about it. For others of you, it's the fact that you don't want anybody to have the ability to stop you from getting there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you put out there what you're striving for, working towards, wanting, there's like this protective energy about it. Like, I'm not telling you my ideas because they're my ideas. You know, I'm not telling you my plans because they're my plans. Like, there's a sense of protectiveness here. Especially if you're a Leo female. If you're a male, you might be dealing with a female like this. But it's a general reading, so it can go vice versa. You know. So take it as it resonates. But I just feel like, what an interesting thing to keep on the down low, you know? And there's lots of reasons why you may be doing this. Some of you may not want a partner to know that you're secretly saving up money because you plan to leave, okay? On a very extreme note, I could definitely see some of you are going through that. Not all of you, it's a small sect of you. The rest of you, I just feel like you're just not, you know, you're just very protective over what you feel is your next big step, for whatever reason that is, okay? So I gave you a few examples of what that could be. But I do feel that your block during this time frame is this sense of being stuck on the past, or not wanting to let go of a comfort zone or what you've always known, or, you know, fear of new, fear of change, fear of moving forward, things like that. But the overall message, Leo, is that you have the ability to push things forward during this time frame. You have the clarity that you need. You have the information that you need. You need to be emotionally mature about this, okay? And not get overly defensive, because I see that you're wanting to get really defensive. or moody, you know, is the guidance is to not let yourself go into that realm, okay? Stay consistent. Yeah. Yep. Because some of you want something new, a new beginning here. I think definitely you want to be independent. You know, stand on your own 2 feet. That doesn't mean you don't want to be in a partnership, for those of you who are in partnerships. Although some of you I see don't. But in general, it just means you want to be an equal, you either want to be an equal partner in it, or you want to be independent of it. Okay. That's what I feel here. This is a very scattered, interesting, intense reading. That's where, you know, if you are only interested in you and what you're dealing with, that's your energy. That's where your reading ends. If you're dealing with another person in specific and you want to know, okay, what's going on with this person during this time frame, this is where the reading continues. So, person Leo is dealing with, let me get a couple shuffles in and see what's going on with this person. Yeah. For my Leos. So Leo, person you're dealing with is the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like this person is of two minds right now. You know, they might be juggling a lot. They might be vacillating a lot. Might be going back and forth. You know, trying to keep themselves balanced during this time frame, while at the same time trying to take on the world, you know, or take on a lot. Sorry. Man. Leo, the energy is intense, okay? I'm dropping my cards everywhere. Let's see, what else is this person feeling? Oh my gosh, yes, Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. This person is getting clarity, you're getting clarity. You both might be speaking your truths during this time period. And that's where I feel that that message came from, of keeping it somewhat empathetic and emotionally mature, because if the moods get too intense, it'll be easy to, you know, let that energy go into the negative, right? And you don't want to do that. I feel like this person wants reconciliation or to come together, if you've not been with this person. For others of you, I feel like this person is getting some sort of news that they're celebrating here. Two totally different ways I can see this. Yeah. Death card. Ace of Cups. The Hierophant. So, yeah, I feel like the person you're dealing with, Leo, they are gaining clarity as well, okay? There's a celebratory energy around it. I feel like they, you know, let me go into two different sections of you. I'm sorry, it's getting too complicated to keep it general. If you've had an ending with this person, they want reconciliation, I feel. You know, I feel like they still have a lot of love despite the fact that things came to an end. And they want to either reconcile and have another try, you know, at this partnership, or they're wanting to be more committed to it, or, you know, I feel like this person is wanting to put that time and effort into this during this time frame. For others of you, and you're going to kill me because this can go either way, and I hope that you know which one you're in, use your discernment. This person is celebrating that things are over. They're done. They've been juggling for too long. There was other people involved. It's over now. They're feeling emotionally fulfilled because of it. Some of you are dealing with two different situations. One situation that's over and the person's happy it's over, and another situation where someone's wanting to reconcile. I'm sorry, I do not mean to go this in depth for general, but I see that here. For those of you who did not have an ending, I feel like the person you're dealing with is quite simply just juggling a lot. You know, I feel that they have a lot of changes going on within their life. They're learning new things. They might be connecting with new people. I think that they're trying to be more emotionally open and stable as well. I also think there's a part of this person that over romanticizes the past, you know, or you have past history with this person because it showed up twice. This person has a tendency to worry a lot, especially during this time frame. They might be a little detached from you, but overall, you may need to hear that they actually do want commitment with you, because I think that emotionally, sometimes there's uncertainty here. Sometimes there's a cover-up of that. Okay? Now, I divided it out into many different groups, but honestly, it could be in all of them. It could be one person that suits all groups. It could be 3 different people. Some of you are definitely dealing with more than one person. And if you are, there's a reason this reading is convoluted, because that's a convoluted situation. A relationship is between 2 people. Some of y'all got way too many damn people involved here. And that's why this reading is all over the place. If that's the case, truth will be known. You know, truth is going to be known, or already is. Okay, because time is malleable. Some of you it's already, some of you it will be. And that's going to change things irreparably. And in some weird way, it opens you both up emotionally. Okay? So that was clear as mud, wasn't it? I don't usually do a recap, but let's do a recap if you're dealing with someone. Okay, Leo, you're ready to move forward. Divine timing is here during this time frame. I think you're going to get some truths, you know, that have been covered up. Some of you also are making secret career moves or investing in yourself and not really telling other people for whatever reason that is. I feel like stop over romanticizing the past, because it's going to be really easy to do, and you need to be emotionally mature in whatever situations you're handling, okay? I do see that you're working on being more independent, and that is something that makes you quite happy, okay? The person you're dealing with is going back and forth, or has in the past. They're gaining clarity as well, truth as well. Something that brings about some sort of reconciliation or coming together, or a new network. They might have a new network of friends, family, coworkers around them. This person is going through changes on an emotional level. They're trying to take the higher road, but I think it's easy for them to get sucked back into the past, where maybe they're not able to do that. Maybe in the past they were overly defensive, overly argumentative, stuck in their head, you know, but I think that they're trying to rectify that behavior. Goodness gracious, Leo, please do let me know how this goes. I don't even know what to title this reading. But I hope you were able to follow me. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with: Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yep. Those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing. And I did feel Aquarius earlier in the reading. So, let me know how it resonates. I wish you all the very best, Leo. Until next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.